Let's start with online arbitrage and some pros and cons. Simply put, online arbitrage is when you go on the internet and you go to a retailer's website and you find products and buy them and then sell them for a profit on Amazon. You can sell them either in Canada or the US. And you can source in Canada to sell in the US, source in the US to sell in Canada, or even source from Canada within the US and have it shipped to Amazon in the US. No borders at all. That's a great way for Canadians to make profits. Some of the pros to online arbitrage are it's scalable. You can use tools like a tool called Tactical Arbitrage or Jungle Scout or Helium 10 to search for products at retailers and on Amazon that you can sell for a profit. Number two is you can outsource that business. You can hire a virtual assistant to do sourcing for you. You can subscribe to services like I provide. Online arbitrage finds lists that are shared with a limited number of people, so you have profitable products sent right to your inbox every day. Another pro of online arbitrage is that the boxes and packing materials are included. They ship it to you or ideally your prep company, packaged and boxed. You don't have to go out and buy boxes and deal with packing tape and send that to Amazon yourself. You can source, as I mentioned earlier, within the US from Canada and buy from a US retailer and have it shipped to a prep company down south and then on to Amazon. So you don't even have to deal with the borders. That's a great benefit for someone who wants to work from home and never have to step foot or deal with a border. It's great if you want to add extra profits to your bottom line, and who doesn't, right? You can use a service called Rakuten or Top Cashback that literally give you an extra percentage back on your sales when you make purchases online. So if you buy from, let's say, Walmart Canada, they might have a bonus where if you go through their website, you get an extra 2% cash back that is mailed or sent to your PayPal account within a few weeks of shipment just for shopping. This is on top of using a cashback credit card to buy things as well. So you can get extra money back in your pocket. And by the way, in Canada, cashback rewards are tax-free. So that's a tax-free benefit that you can use. Maybe you want to rack up travel points on a credit card or save up that money to buy a new car, whatever you want to do. It's tax-free money in your pocket, which is always great. There aren't many ways you can do that legitimately. It's also for quicker and instant gratification. You know, when you're shopping online and you buy something from a retailer and then you find out later, oh, I've made a mistake or the price has tanked, quite often you can simply return those goods to the online retailer and get a full refund back on your credit card. So it's a built-in insurance policy. It makes it a lot easier for sellers to mitigate that risk and send stuff back if need be. You don't want to ideally have to do that, but if you do, the option's there. Now let's get into some of the cons. It's competitive because it's one of the easiest ways to do it, and you can use those wonderful tools like Tactical Arbitrage. Hundreds of other sellers are doing the same thing. So guess what? They're finding the same deals you are. They're all sending it to Amazon, and the price tanks, and you're all competing for the same product. Now, if you're an experienced seller like I am, you know ways around that to avoid the pitfalls and avoid competition altogether. But most people don't, and they go jumping into online arbitrage, and they end up losing money because there's so much competition. So obviously that's a big con right off the bat. So keep that in mind. The other thing is you'll find with online arbitrage, a lot of products are going to be out of stock. Okay, so if the online shipment center doesn't have them in stock, you're out of luck. The other thing is they will limit how many quantities of a certain popular item you can buy. So they might let you only order 2 or 3 of those items. So that's a bit of a limitation, right? You're also dealing with delays on top of buying the products because now when you order online, it has to ship from that retailer to yourself if you're going to prep it and ship it yourself, or to a prep and ship company, which is adding more time to the process. If you're sourcing in the US, you're probably going to need some form of US payment and a US billing address. I know ways of getting that very easily for Canadians. Most people wouldn't know how to go about doing that on their own. So again, getting the right information can really be beneficial. And that's what made my entire career around, is helping Canadians navigate this stuff, guys. The other option is to, when you receive a product with online arbitrage, another option that you might want to consider is that the product itself, another option, another thing you should consider is what I'm trying to say here. they may arrive damaged. And quite often, a lot of retailers don't package their goods very well. So you might end up with a box full of products you've ordered that are packaged poorly and they all arrive damaged, which means you can't sell them to Amazon. You can send them back for a refund, but it's now your capital's tied up on your credit card and you're waiting to get that refund and you're wasting time shipping back. So it's the nature of doing business with them, and it's something to keep in mind. The other challenge you're going to run into with online arbitrage is many of the brands that you try to sell are going to be restricted. And certain categories on Amazon are also restricted. So that makes it very difficult for a new seller to be able to even get their foot in the door and start selling because those products are restricted to them.